Hey, girl. Some friendships don't always end in a big bang. Sometimes they fade away, and that silence could be the loudest grief. Let's talk about the heartbreak that not a lot of people tend to mention losing a friend. So go ahead, grab a drink, grab your snacks. We got to talk about it.
Been that, still that, will always be mwah, that girl.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Mikkel back with another episode 11, period. Okay, we've been on it, right? If you are new here, my name is Mikkel J. I am not new to this podcasting thing. I am very true to this. You can go on, this is my first time really on YouTube though, but you can go on Spotify or you can go on Apple Podcasts, tune into old episodes that may not be here on YouTube. I might transfer. I'm probably not. I hate editing, y'all. That's not my thing. Okay, it's not my jam. So here we are. But today's topic is letting go, growing on, and healing from friendships or friendship breakups, right? And as a person who has had probably more friendship breakups than I would like to admit, and it's probably not more, I just don't think people talk about it. You know what I mean? Like people just fall out with bitches and then they never speak again, and they don't mention it. And I don't speak on that, blah, blah, blah. Whoa. It was a day that you was with the hell every day. It's kind of weird to just act like that don't phase you. And so I definitely want to get rid of the stigma around falling out with your friends or friendship breakups. Because I don't know about you, my first real friendship breakup was in high school. And baby, I was stopping on my flow. I was heartbroken. Okay, I had never felt a pain like it. Still probably have yet to feel a pain like it. It is nuts. It is painful. So I definitely want to bring that to the table today. I think we never even with me, there's certain times I'm like going through life and I think about a friend because I'm like, damn, we used to talk about this. Like, that'd be real tea. And not saying that all friendship breakups are bad, and we'll talk about that. But they still hurt regardless. Tea, right? Okay. So we're gonna jump right into this episode. I'll see you there. Okay, so the first topic is outgrowing friendships, right? I think this is the one that we kind of are aware of, and we all know that it happens, but I think we just ignore the hurt, right? So first, not every falling out is messy. Okay, sometimes you just evolve. I am like a strong believer in I hate when people get to telling different stories. Like, whoa, that always happens to me, right? I think I have fell out with and grew apart, etc., etc. And then I hear back what they saying, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that was going on. Maybe I was out of touch, okay? Sometimes you just grow differently. It doesn't mean that you have beef. It doesn't need to be a created beef. You shouldn't be out here trying to beef with somebody because they don't talk to you no more. That's so strange and weird. Sometimes you just evolve, and you have to let that go. Okay? And there are some red flags before that happens. I know that sometimes, and I was a victim of this, I'm just always like, oh, I did know. It was coming. I just didn't want to accept the facts, right? So a couple of them red flags is different values or energy. People grow up. People value different things. People do different stuff. I'm not a going outer type of time. I love being in the house. I love a good game night. For my homegirls that want to go out and turn up and shake their booty every day, we had to part ways a little bit. Baby, I can't be with you all the time because I don't want to do all that. I want to be at the house playing games and we chilling and laughing and having a good time and making memories. That's what I like to do. So that's not a bad thing. But when you realize that's happening and they're not inviting you out anymore, you shouldn't automatically assume oh, she jealous of me. No, y'all just don't like the same things no more, and that's okay. The next one is feeling drained after interaction. So some of your friends, every time you talk to them, it's just heavy. And maybe you just not in that space no more. Maybe y'all used to sit on the phone and talk trash and tea and drama all the time, and you're just not there anymore. That's okay. That's not beef. You're just falling out. And when you realize that the conversation is running short or you're not talking to each other as much because y'all don't have a lot to talk about, that is kind of one of those red flags. This may be coming to an end. And then, last but not least, they can't celebrate your growth or your boundaries, right? I got married last year. And it's almost coming up on a year. That's nuts, right? Nuts. But anyway, I got married last year. Maybe I'll share my video or snippets. snippets. But anyway, before I get sidetracked, they can't celebrate your growth or your boundaries. I got married, and I will tell y'all right now, I think marriage, having kids, moving to a new job are definitely those moments in your life where things change. People fall off. People don't talk to you the same. I got married to a woman, so you definitely drew me away from people. We separated. You know what I'm saying? Even though everyone knew I dated women, I think when I married one, it became too real for some people. Cool. I'm not here to kind of navigate their story. I don't give a fuck. So, just put that out there, like, they can't celebrate your growth or your boundaries. There's certain things that I'm not even that I can't do, because my wife don't give me no, like, you can't do this. But it's certain things I'm just not going to do out of respect for my wife. That's one of my besties. That's my homegirl. We do everything damn near together. Not saying I can't be with certain friends by myself. I can, but 9 times out of 10, if you invite me to the party, I'm going to bring my wife. 1, I don't want to drive. 2, if that irritates you, cool, let me know. But I'm not saying I'm going to change it. I'm just saying let me know. Okay? So just putting that in our minds and just recognizing that, like, your life may change in a big way, or your life may change in a drastic way. And so if that happens, everybody may not be able to go with you. And it doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you have changed. They have changed, as we should. And they've outstayed their season. And so putting in our mind that some people are there for a season and some people are there for a lifetime. And if you ever watch Medea, she done told y'all that. She done told y'all that a bunch of times. It's not a lie. Like, and that season can be 7 years. That season can be 11 years. That season can be 1 year. That season can be 2 days. It could be whatever it is. They've served a purpose for what they were supposed to serve. And now it's done. And I'm not saying that it's not heavy. And we'll talk about that in the next section. It is heavy. It is sad. It is disappointing because you thought that this was forever. But it's not. It doesn't mean that you're losing something. It doesn't mean that you're losing something. It just means that things are different now. And that's okay. Your life will go on. I promise. So grieving the loss. When we lose a friend, we go through a ton of emotions, depending on how close you are to them. And we go through a bunch of things, right? So the first one is probably guilt. And it comes from letting them go or them letting you go. And you like, well, what's wrong with me? Why I can't keep no friend? Because they weren't supposed to be here in this part of your life. And that's a hard pill to accept. And you won't be able to fully understand it until you get to where you're going. You know what I mean? Like, some people are not good at contact. Some people are your friend because they see you 5 times a week. That's just what it is. Some people are your friend because they see you all the time. Not because they care about you. Not because they have this deep connection to you. It's because you are who they see the most. And when you see people frequently, you tend to attach to them. You tend to like them. You tend to know things about them. You tend to share things about you. And sometimes that 5 days a week is it. And when that changes, that's all. Period. Okay? Next one is friendship grief doesn't get talked about enough, especially for us Black women. We have portrayed, I know you be on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of that. It's called X now, but whatever. All of that. And you hear these terrible stories about girls falling out. It's beef. They fighting. It's this, that, and the third. They going online and exposing everything. That's not the majority of people or Black women. Okay? I hate that that's the representation that we have, but that is not the majority. A lot of us just stop talking to each other. And that's it. Then it's sad. It's disappointing. But it is what it is. Okay? Normalize crying, reminiscing, and feeling confused about someone who's still alive. It's okay to think about people who you may not have access to or they don't have access to you, but they're still alive. You still know you know where their mama stay, you know where they did to stay, you know everything about them. And y'all just are not, y'all don't have access to each other anymore. Like, that's okay to be sad about. That's a lie. That's a lie. Losing a best friend feels like losing a piece of your identity. It does. I think in every part of my life where I've grown or did something new, I lost a friend, maybe just because in transition, that's just how it goes. And it feels like this person understood so much of you that it was so deep, it was so important, when in reality, they don't know who you are right now. They only know the old you. It feels like, oh, we used to have these inside jokes, we used to have all this fun. Again, normal to grieve the things, normal to reminisce, but it's not who you are, it's who you knew. And as someone who uses the term best friend way too loosely, okay, I will admit, I get close to somebody, I'm like, oh my God, I love them, they're my bestie. That's not real, okay, y'all. You can't do that. Or maybe they feel like a bestie for the moment. Don't feel bad, but as someone who has always done that, that's just who I am. I love being close to people and to a certain extent, especially if they're my type of person. Like, I just feel like I love funny people. If we can laugh and kiki together, we locked in, we besties. That's my dog. But like having lost certain people in my life who I like depended on. I talk to them all day, every day. I talk to that person just so much in my life, or that person was always around with me. I've had people live with me. Like, I've had situations where people have lived with me and then we fell out. We'll never speak again. Like, understanding that that can happen and you can continue to live your life, and it's sad and it's disappointing, and you'll look back at pictures because those are real memories. The memories don't fade. The memories don't become less important. And I definitely tell you, as someone who has dealt with it, I don't go back and look through all the memories to see if it was ill intent behind it. You know what I mean? Like, I would prefer to remember people from the joy that I had, not the beef that came from it, or the pain that came from it. Okay, because they may have been genuine in the moment. If they wasn't, that's not really my job to determine. It's not my job to decipher through. I'm gonna just believe it for what I thought it was at the time. Period. And then difference between closure and clarity, right? Everybody wants closure, but I always tell people there's no point of closure, because what they tell you is never going to validate what you feel. It's not going to be good enough. You saying, why would you do me like that? Oh, because I was going through something. You gonna remember all the time you was going through something and didn't do nobody dirty. So that's a waste of your time. But clarity is understanding, right? It's clear to you, like, this friendship served its purpose. Here we are. I'm done with it. It's done with me. Sometimes we not done with it, but it's done with me, so that means it's done. Having that clarity and accepting it is what's going to get you through those rough moments, and not saying years from now you're not going to remember a good moment, or something's not gonna trigger that moment for you, and you're gonna feel slight sad about it. I got married, and I thought, if years ago, when I was in high school, maybe even when I was a beginning in college, I'd have always thought certain people's gonna be there. When I got there, we didn't have that relationship no more, so of course they wouldn't be there. It's a sad moment, but it doesn't take away from everything else that has happened, right? It's not like, well, there are people around me. I was surrounded by love that day. You know what I mean? I was surrounded by people. I was surrounded by my new bestie. You know what I mean? Like, I was surrounded by people who cared about me, old and new besties. Actually, people who've been here shorter time than others. You know what I mean? So just putting that in mind. Yeah. Grieving the loss. You have to. Because if you don't, and you sit and you ignore it, that's you going to feel some type of way. Nobody else. So I think this part that I'm in now is directly healing without bitterness. I think I got through that part. But bitterness doesn't protect you. It isolates you. Okay, y'all? You like, I don't get along with bitches. I can't hear no female best friend. That best friend put me up. I don't want to trust nobody else. Y'all, been there, did that. I was just lonely. Or I surrounded myself with people who had the same traits that I had outgrew already. So just keeping that in your mind and being aware of that will definitely help you. Hold on. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Will definitely help you, right, in this healing process. You cannot hold on trying to protect yourself from something that you don't know is going to happen. You're going to be paranoid. That's like paranoia. Always looking for something wrong. You're going to miss all the things that are happy. That's all you're going to run into is all the things that's wrong. You're not going to find nothing that makes you happy. So just keep that in mind. And some ways to heal, right? Write an unsent letter. Maybe you need to get all your feelings out. Cuss that bitch out if you wanted to cuss that bitch out. Don't send it, though. Don't send it. There's no point in opening up doors that already were closed. Affirm. An affirmation that you can say is, I release what no longer aligns with my peace. That's something that you need to tell yourself. Okay? If it's messing with your mind, if you overthinking, if you stressing, you find yourself like worry, say those words to yourself. I release what no longer aligns with my peace. It just makes sense. Okay? That no longer aligns with your peace. Even though you wanted it really, really bad. Even though you wanted it really bad. We get it. It no longer affirms. It don't want you. You got to accept it for what it is. And then the last, well, that's not the last one, but block and mute without shame if it's for your mental health. Sometimes some of your friends can pass through your stuff and you don't feel no type of way, or maybe you feel the type of way, but it ain't nothing that's going to throw you off. And then there's some people, you don't even see her face no more. You don't want to see his face no more. You hate them. Mute them. If you're not ready to block them, if you don't want to block them, mute them. That way they don't show up on your timeline. You don't have to worry about it. Eventually one day you might block them. You know what I mean? It's not any beef. It's not anything weird. You don't have to be weird about it. You don't have to make it weird. The only way it'll get weird is if you let it weigh more on you than it should. Block and mute them for your mental health, okay? Especially if they on there talk shit. They talking shit, mute them. Block them. Baby, I don't even want to see it. Don't put it on my timeline. I release what no longer aligns with my peace. That's the one. You can wish somebody well and still walk away. You do not have to be mad, y'all. You do not have to hold on to things that don't serve you. There's no purpose in holding on to a friendship. And again, it's harder to walk away from friends if you feel like they know so much about you. You didn't entangle them in your life. That was your girl. You called them for everything, etc., etc. I get it. I promise you I do. But at the end of the day, you can walk away and it's no beef. It don't have to be beef for it not to work. I wish everybody knew this. I wish everybody talked about it at a young age so that way kids can grow up understanding that things can end without pain. It don't have to, not even saying without pain. Things can end without it being the end of the world. Life goes on. You could be sad and it's not the end of the world. You could lose a friend and it's not the end of the world. It is sad, it is unfortunate, but the world's not ending. You're going to be okay. And then on a spiritual tip, like I always say, I tell everybody, God removes relationships to protect your calling. He's closing doors because you can't do what you need to do with that person around. Or he's heard certain things that have been said in rooms that you were not a part of. And now you sitting around here missing somebody who telling everybody that you musty as hell. Just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. Now, after you grieve your relationships and you've gotten over your bitterness, you got to make new friends. And so, signs that you're ready to make new connections. Because sometimes we won't be ready. You just jumping into the same BS you just jumped out of, right? You're not judging new people through old pain. Everybody is not out to get you. Everybody ain't beefing with you. Everybody ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you're not seeing the worst in people. Oh, she do this like such and such. Oh, I can't fuck with her. Now, unless it's something clear like that whole already line and you just met her. She already calling you every 45 seconds about that nigga she won't leave, and that's already a stress and a trigger for you. Unless it's just clear like that, don't do that, y'all. Don't count people out before you even get to know them, right? You're leading with openness, not defensiveness. It's a lady that I seen on Instagram, and she said, she was like, if somebody tell you like, oh, when I first met you, I thought you was mean, I ain't like you, she's never gonna like you. Right? So making sure that you're leading with openness and not defensiveness. You're not coming in like, I don't know, I ain't finna do all that with her because I don't wanna, you know what I mean? Like, you scared to show your true self because you so busy protecting yourself. But if you had to protect yourself that much and you feel like you need to protect yourself that much, then maybe you don't need to be making a new friend. Maybe you need to chill out till you feel comfortable enough to talk to somebody without having your guard up and being on edge every 5 seconds. That's just weird. Also, if you feel like you need to be on edge with somebody, that's probably your body telling you you don't need to talk to them. That's just tea. How to cultivate new healthy friendships. Be intentional. Be intentional. Reach out to people, text people, invite people places with you. Do those things. That's how you build new friends. It's this loneliness epidemic because we in that phone. We on that social media. We want to talk to each other. Be intentional. Start conversations. You like somebody's shoes. You think they fly. You think the bitch fly. Tell the bitch she fly. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not saying that you should expect a whole friendship out of it, right? You shouldn't expect that person to turn into your best friend because you told her fit five. But you never know where that conversation may come from. You never know what will happen. But you know what will happen? If you don't tell her she fine, you'll never talk to her. You'll never get to meet her. You'll never know who she is. You'll never know if that was one of the people you should have spoke to. Because you ain't doing that. Take a shot. Next, communicate your needs early. Hey, girl, you know I love to text. I'm not really on the phone type person. That's cool. Express that. If that's something they want to deal with, cool. If they like texting, y'all can be text buddies. If they want to be a person that sit on the phone, then you might not be the person for them. It's one of my homegirls. We text all the time. It's another one of my homegirls. We just talk on the phone once every 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing wrong with setting up certain expectations in your friendship so no one's disappointed. And it's nothing wrong with you setting up expectations, and when people be like, oh shit, I don't like being on the phone for real, I ain't gonna talk to you on the phone. And you know that's not your on the phone talking friend, so y'all might need to, if that's how you feel loved and you feel supported, then maybe that might not be the person for you, and that's cool. Everybody's not gonna be your best friend. You can just have regular friends, y'all. Regular people that you talk to. So what I've been doing is I replace the word like, that's my boo, that's my friend, they're my homegirl. That's somebody I talk to every now and again. We haven't established best friendship yet or friendship period, but that's my homegirl. That's somebody I talk to, that's somebody I chat to, that's somebody I have a good time with. Everybody's not going to be there for you. Everybody's not supposed to be close to you. Put that in your mind, put it in your heart, digest it. And then give grace, but don't tolerate inconsistency. Again, if you're a new friend and they're new and it's a new situation, you do not need to be cutting bitches off because they didn't text you every day 24/7. That's weird. But if you text her 1 week, y'all talk. You text her the next week, y'all talk. You text her a month come in and she ain't text you once yet. Stop talking to her. She don't want to talk. She don't want to talk. She don't want to talk to you. She don't want to talk to you. You trying to force something that ain't there. Don't do that. Give grace. Understand that maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe she didn't text me first. She waiting on me to text her. Whatever. It's okay to give that, extend that olive branch. That's the saying. Extend that olive branch out. It's not okay to be the only one with the olive branch out. Okay? Cool. A journal prompt to do with this one. I've been trying to add little journal prompts. If you haven't noticed, go to my last episode. I gave you another one. What qualities do I desire in future friendships? Sometimes y'all don't even know what type of friend you're looking for. You don't even know what you like in a friend. You just out here hooking up and hanging out with anybody because you don't know what you're looking for. Okay? And I know it's hard, right? One of the things that black women, excuse me, because I have my challenge for the week over here. One of the things that black women struggle with is loyalty, right? We hold loyalty to our heart like it is a cape, like it is the most important thing in the world. Like, you gotta be loyal to me, especially me, okay? Especially if you grew up in the hood a little bit, especially if you got a little ghetto. Just a little ghetto. Just a little ratchet. Just if you had a little bit of trauma. Loyalty means so much to you. It don't mean that much to everybody else. And so having those conversations, talking about what that looks like, defining words to each other, it may seem childish. It may seem like a lot of work, but it's a relationship, and all relationships take work. You should not be treating, all my friends will tell you, I love to treat my friends. If I love you real bad, I'll buy you whatever. If I love you real bad and I see something that you like, or I know that it's something that you need, I love to take care of you. Now, we talked about that superwoman complex. All your friends, you should not be taking care of everybody in your life. It should be reciprocal at some point. But I love to love them. It's romantic. You should love the people that you're around, especially those who are close to you. Now, don't give your love to every damn body. I'm talking to you and me. Don't do that. Okay? Everybody don't deserve everything from you. However, you can love people, and you should love them just as much as you love that nigga. Okay? Okay. All right. And so we are done. What is our challenge for the week? Our challenge for the week is to write a goodbye letter to a friend that you lost. You don't have to send it, but allow yourself to release what's been sitting heavy on your heart. If we talked about this episode and it was somebody that really stuck on your head, that's the person I'm talking about. Write the letter to that person. If it was a couple somebodies, write the letter to them people. Do not send it. Do not open doors for people who have closed them. If you close a door, there was a reason. Do not send it. Right before my wedding, reached out to one of my homegirls because she was just really on my head. Like, it was an old best friend of mine. She was really on my head, and I just reached out. I'm like, hey, girl, you really been on my mind. Like, what's up? Like, I just want to reach out, check on you, whatever. We talked. We hashed out whatever we had hashed out. We chatted maybe a couple days. Other than that was it. And it was like, it was something that needed to be said at the time. We just closed. I apologize because I did play a part. I think I said something really, really fucking rude to her, which is what ended. And I apologize for that because that's wrong. I don't want no ill will or no beef. But that was the end. Like, it didn't have to be more than that. You know what I mean? So write yourself a letter. Write them a letter. Open yourself up. If it's somebody you feel like you need to really just reach out, you have a real inkling on it, I want you to think about it 3 days before you do that. Okay? Please. 3 days to make sure you're not tripping into your feelings. Add a daily affirmation to yourself. I honor the role people have played in my life, and I trust the space they left is being filled with love. What does that mean? Know that people have played an important part of your life. You trust that role. The role is over. That's okay. The space they had left has already been filled with love by someone else, something else, or yourself. That's it. Okay? Many of us are quietly grieving people we never expected to love. We never expected to meet. We never expected to leave. A lot of us are doing that. Don't feel like you're alone. It's natural. It's normal. It's okay. You'll make new friends. You'll build new relationships. New people will matter to you. You also may lose more friends. That's okay. It will not change your quality of life. It just puts you in a different place. So again, as always, if you like our FaceTimes, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You might make a friend in the comment section. You know what I mean? Period. Do that. I will see y'all next week.
Been that, still that, will always be that girl.